are you? Good morning. Let's see here. What have you guys been up to? My goodness, so much stuff has been going around, going on. Been enjoying being outside. Missing you guys so much. So I heard that Miss Morgan has been talking to you guys about making a story. What did you guys learn yesterday about making a story? Did you know that when you make a story, there's 3 main parts that you need to think about when you're making your story? The first part is you need a beginning of your story. A lot of times in stories you'll hear, once upon a time in a far, far land. That's called the beginning of the story. After the beginning, you need the middle. The middle of the story is usually something exciting happens. The prince or princess gets on their horse and goes to find the magical castle. That is the middle. That's the exciting part of the story. And the last part of the story is the end. The ending of the story usually brings the whole story together. It talks about the beginning of the story, once upon a time in a far kingdom, and then it talks about the middle of the story, about the adventure of the story, and the end of the story brings it all together and talks about how the problem was solved in the story, or how everyone lived happily ever after. So let's think about that. On Thursday, you and I are going to make our own story. So start thinking about some fun stuff we can add to our story, okay? Okay. And in a story, we have to make sure we follow a sequence. What's a sequence? We kind of talked about it a little bit at school, but I'm going to take you over to our sequencing board, and I'm going to show you guys. So follow me. Let's go. Do you guys remember seeing this in the classroom? It's a little board with pockets, and on top it says 4-step sequencing. And on the table, I have 4 pictures, 4 little cards. Let's see what it is. This one looks like a plant, some seeds, and the sun. This one, oh, look at the difference. Do you see the difference? This picture has a sunflower on it. So it has the stem and the leaves and a flower, along with the sun and some seeds. The glare is kind of bad. Sorry, guys. Oh, look at this one. This one shows somebody's watering the little stem with little leaves, the sunflower seeds, and the sun. This one, oh, look at the difference. See how this one only has 2 little leaves? This one has 3. So this one is just the baby, just pushed out of the dirt. So when we use our sequencing cards, we try to look at them and figure out which one is first in the story. What is the beginning of our story here? So let's see if I put them up here, if it's easier to see. Oh yeah, now the glare is gone. Okay, friends, let's see. So which picture do you think is the first picture of the story? When you plant seeds, do you first get a flower? No. I think the first one is this card here, with just the little baby plant pushing out of the dirt. So let's put that for our first picture. Okay? Let's see if I turn this a little bit. Okay, Now, we have to find the second one. What do you do after you plant your seeds and they start to grow? It has the sun. What else does the plant need to grow? Yep, you're right. You need to water your plant. So let's put our card up here. So we planted our seeds and it started to come out. Then we have to water our plant. Oh, look at it, it's growing. See how there's a new leaf up on top? Okay, good job. Then what comes next? Do we get the flower next, or does it keep growing bigger and bigger? Which one? Yep, you're right. This one is our third step. So we have a little baby just pushed out of the ground. We water it and it's growing. It's growing bigger. And finally, the last step is dun, 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 the sunflower grows. Wow, guys, thank you so much for helping me. We put this 4-step sequencing in the correct order. Baby plant getting bigger, bigger, biggest. So this is the beginning. These two are the middle, and this is the end. Great job. I have one more. Let's do it real quick. Oh, look at this one. This one looks fun. Looks like he's at a party with a piñata. So what do you think's first? He gets to the party and he, you're right, he sees the piñata. That's the first one. Then the parents tell him, okay friends, it's time to do the piñata. Do you get the candy and treats right away? No. What do you have to do first to a piñata? You have to put on your blindfold and hold the stick. That's right. So that goes up here. Great job. Then, what do you do with the stick? That's right. You open the piñata with the stick. He did it. Kaboom! Great job. He sees the piñata. He gets his blindfold on with the stick. He hits the piñata, and all the treats for the children pop out of the piñata, and everyone's happy. Yay! Beginning, middle, end. You guys did a great job. Isn't that fun? Okay. Great job, guys. Crawling on my knees back over here. And so that was about storytelling and not storytelling, I'm sorry, creating a story. You have to create the middle, we're creating a story, and we have to do the beginning, the middle, and the end. Great job, you guys. So for science, what have you guys been talking to with Miss Morgan and Miss Lorelei about? What is it? Is it about floating or sinking? I think it is, right? Am I right? Thumbs up? Yeah, it is. So I have a little activity on the table I wanted to show you guys. So let's go check it out. Okay, let's go around here. Oh, what do I have here? So I have the tub of water. It's full of water. And then I have some objects. I was thinking you guys could ask your parents if you could look around your house for some different objects to see if they could float or sink. Maybe mom and dad can help you get a tub of water like I have here. And you guys can put some water in it, and then you guys can sit and test all of your objects and see which ones float on the water and which ones sink to the bottom, which ones are too heavy to float. So let's see what I chose from around the classroom. I have this cool piece of plastic. It has a big hole in it. See, I could put it on my hand. And I have a pair of scissors. I have a light colored changing paddle. I have a rock. I have an empty container of ginger. There's nothing in it, just the container. I have this cool red lid. I have some ping pong balls. And I have a boat. So out of these objects, you guys get to make a hypothesis again to see which ones are going to float and which ones are going to sink. Let's try the rock first. What do you think? Is it going to float or sink? Say it out loud. Sink? Okay, let's try. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness, that sunk right down to the bottom super fast. You guys are right. Good job. Let's try a ping pong ball. It's very light. What do you think? Is it going to float or sink? Oh, you guys are right. Let's see. Oh, it's floating! It's light enough to stay on top of the water. Okay, this is the tricky one. When I tested it, my hypothesis was wrong. So what do you think? Is it going to float or sink? Let's see. I'm not going to say it. Ready? Let's find out. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my goodness, it sunk. It sunk right to the bottom. Why do you think it did that? The water was able to get in the middle of this tube, and it created weight that pulled the piece of plastic down. How about my scissors? Do you think they float or sink? I think they're going to sink because they are quite heavy. Let's try. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my goodness, they sunk. So you guys can go around the house and check out what you have that could float or sink. Sometimes it's fun to do that in the bathtub. If you guys have a bath, you guys can get some objects that your parents say it's okay, and you can put them in the bathtub, or you can just get a tub and play with it like that. Okay guys, you may look to your parents now and see what your next activity is going to be, and I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, bye.